What's up, friends? Yeah, as usual, I take you back to Tanzania, but this time we are not going to Dar es Salaam. We are going to Mwanza, the second largest city in Tanzania. As you know, the first one is Dar es Salaam, then Mwanza is a city in Lake Victoria, along the Lake Victoria. And we are going to see one of the longest bridges being built in Mwanza, which is called the John Pombe Magufuli Bridge, which will join Kigongo and Busisi town in Mwanza. So this is a bridge. It's still under construction, and I can tell you that it started to be constructed some years ago. It was on February 25th of the year 2020, and it's one of the dreams of our former President John Pombe Magufuli, who died also. And also it was the completion of the dream of our father founder of the nation, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere. And Magufuli promised that he would make sure that the promise or the issue is going to come into reality. So this is the ongoing work of this bridge. Before that, people used to pass through a ferry. It was not easy. It took almost 2 hours to overpass through the pontoon, and sometimes there are some problems with pontoon, and then you could even delay more. So Mwalimu Nyerere promised that he would make sure that he constructs the bridge, and Magufuli emphasized, and then Mama Samia is trying to put it into reality, and is expecting to be ready after 4 years of construction. So this is the bridge that will be one of the Africa's biggest, longest bridges. Yeah, so this will be about 3 kilometers long. In fact, its creative work was started already in year 2018 and 2020. The work done was starting at the site. So the bridge will have 67 posts, of which 3 will be the main and will be in the middle. And these 3 posts will be built with a range of 160 meters from one another, so that to allow free navigation within the lake. And it will cost, when it's finished, 716.33 billion of Tanzanians taxpayers. Until September 30th, it reached about 78.86% of its completion. And the bridge will have 4 ways, 2 to go and 2 to come, and each with 7 meters wide. And also they include parking area in both sides, in case you are traveling by car and then you get any problem, so you can park it and you can continue with the other activities before you take on the ride. But also The bridge will have a walking way for people on foot, about 2 meter wide both sides, and thus it will be one of the longest bridges in Africa. In Eastern Central Africa, it's the leading one before they bypass Dogokundu in Mombasa will be completed. This will be the first ever in East Africa and Central. So the constructors are Tanzanians, and they're using a very special technology in which is employed in Eastern African countries recently. It's a construction whereby you construct over the bridge. You as if you are on the top of the bridge while constructing. It is called the Peace House construction. You stay on top of water without any problem. At the same time, you construct it, sending the cables and the posts down the water immersed, and you as if you are on top, yet you are constructing it. Upon completion, this one will be the sixth longest bridge in Africa. That means it will be competing with the 5 known in Africa. That is, the first one is the 6th October Bridge of Egypt. This has got 20.5 kilometers length, leading in Africa. 5th of October Bridge. The second one is in Nigeria. It's called the Third Mainland Bridge, and this one it costs 290 billion of Nigerian naira, and it is 11.8 kilometers long. The third one is Suez Canal, which is in Egypt also, and this one it's about 3,900 meters long. Yeah. Then there's an interesting story about the Mozambican bridges. First of all, until years back in 2018 or 2014, there was the Mozambican Island Bridge that was the 4th longest in Africa. And this bridge was built by the colonial government, of course, and it is about 3,800 meters long. So this is the 4th after Suez Canal. But this bridge is very slender, very narrow, that it only allows a single vehicle to pass through to the island of Mozambique. However, in 2018, there was an inauguration of the new Katembe Bridge in Mozambique, which was constructed from the year 2014, and 2018 it was finished. And this bridge links between Katembe, which is an island in Mozambique, and I've been there. I'm lucky to have passed through this bridge from Mozambique, from Maputo city. And this is very important. It is the first or the longest suspension bridge in Africa, replacing the bridge of Matadi, which is in the Democratic Republic of Congo, with 722 meters length. So Katembe Bridge is the first in Africa, the longest suspension bridge, with the length of 3,041 meters length, of which yet it doesn't reach the length of the Mozambique island I've just spoken about. However, this is the most modern bridge, and also very attractive. Anyway, you choose to put it in which position. But in fact, for me, I could say Katembe was the best, but in ranks, it's okay. The Mozambican island beats Katembe. It is 3,080 meters, while Katembe is 3,041 meters length. Yeah, and also there is also another issue in Mozambique, whereby there is a Dona Ana bridge, which was ranking fifth normally, with the length of 3,670 meters, which also beats Katembe bridge. However, Dona Ana bridge, it was built by the colonial government since 1934, crossing the lower river Zambezi. It was built in 1934 along the river lower Zambezi, which also, as I've told you, is 3,670 meters. But the uniqueness of the Dona Ana is that it was built only for the railway, not for the vehicles like cars and other things. However, there was a place where people could pass through. So this Dona Ana bridge, it underwent a lot of changes, you see. So since 1980, it was not useful. Remember, there was war, a civil war in Mozambique. So it's up to you to decide where to put the rank between these three bridges. But of course, the first one is Mozambican Island with 3,800 meters. The second one is Dona Ana Bridge in Mozambique, which is 3,670 meters. And then it comes this Katembe, maybe that is only 3,041 meters length. So after that, then you can come to our bridge in Tanzania that could rank the seventh. Yeah, thank you for watching. Until then, goodbye. But don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.